This is affectionately known as the South Street Woods. It's a little boat launch, kind of picnic area down there at the waterfront. Used to fish for catfish and carp down there. Catch a bass every once in a while, but the whole rule when you were a kid probably to today was, you catch it in the Charles, don't eat it. But this is a little tougher hiking trail. This is good for, kids maybe 8 to 12. Really not stroller friendly. But not a great place to run because it's got a lot of leaves that are slippery. It's got some nice hills though. So when you hit those spring days when you hear about the Charles River being high, or sometimes it changes and has a really weird color, this is a good place to go to get a view of how high or how low the river is. So if you do come up here with your kids, make sure that your kids are on your left and that they're next to you, because you come up, it's actually pretty cool, but if you're a parent and you're not prepared for it, might be a little dangerous, but it's a really cool cliff here. And you can see the whole river. Actually, if you walk down to the shore, there's actually a way. Usually if the river's a little lower, you can actually climb right up here. It's not too tough of a climb, but again, at parents' discretion. But yeah, this is where we used to hang out when we were kids and contemplate life. Some more of the thorns. Pulled this out 30-something years ago with Billy Brady for his Eagle Scout project. It's nice to see that this path is still here though. It's a pretty path. So when you see ice on the river, no matter how thick it appears, never go on a river, because you never know if the water underneath it is swirling and it's a thin spot. My dad taught me that at a very young age, so even if you see other kids skating out there, I wouldn't recommend it. That's why we have the reservoir, at least the front of the reservoir. This is a cool path because it travels along the crest of the hill. Actually, last time I rode a horse was actually in here. It was Kristen Cassidy's. It was a friend of Gail Kirkman's. She had two horses. I forget what the smaller horse's name was, but the big one's name was Jackson. We came up this hill right here, and I fell off the back, and the horse lost its footing and kind of kicked, missed my face by about 6 inches. So that was the last time I was on a horse. So this can be kind of steep here, but again, it's still a cool path. It'll only take you about 10-15 minutes, maybe 20 if you get a child with you. There's all sorts of fun stuff to explore here. But if you look at some of this rotted wood off to the side in the spring when it gets really wet, there's a lot of salamanders and stuff around here to check out. And buried over here, I remember when I was a kid, it was almost buried then, it was a big trash dump. People used to just take their trash and burn it. And I can remember just finding all sorts of old bottles and cans. Of course, I thought I had found a buried treasure. But you'll still feel, you'll find those every once in a while. In towns like Needham or Walpole or Dover, places where the neighborhood people used to dump their trash. But that's how they did it back then, so. And that's, if you look up there, that's Needhamdale Road. A little further down is Green Street. So this is the South Street Woods. And just a little trip down to where I used to hang out when I was a kid. Kind of looks the same. And I brought my kids here. And they love it because it's Needham and they get ice cream at the end. So again, stay off the ice. I'd recommend maybe 9 to 12 years old.